Hi friends, I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial today on how to make this beautiful fruit orange as part of my crocheting mission this week. I've made a pumpkin so far, an orange and a carrot. Check out my other videos on how to make these other two fruits. To make the orange, you will need a crochet needle. I'm using a 2.5mm for this tutorial. You will need a stitch marker. If you don't need a stitch marker, grab a safety pin, a pair of scissors, some green yarn for the leaf, and some orange yarn for the actual orange or any colour that you want to make your orange, and also something to stuff the orange with. I have taken my brother's pillow, as I said in my previous video, and we are stuffing all of my projects with his one pillow. This orange is like a medium-sized orange, so if I put that on my hand, I don't know if you would consider that as medium or large. I'd call it medium. So what we're going to do first is wrap our yarn around, and you do a magic ring if that's what you're used to. I don't do magic circles. I tend to just twist the yarn and just go ahead and chain like so. So you're going to do 2 chains, or do a magic ring if that's what you're used to. Secure, chain 1, and we're going to go ahead and do 6 single crochets in this center space. And this entire orange is made using single crochets. Four, and then 6. Go ahead and slip stitch into that first chain there, chain 1. For row 2, we're going to go ahead and double these chains that we have here. So go ahead and put 2 single crochets in each chain space. So we're going to end up doubling row 2 to 12 because we started with 6. Go ahead and slip stitch into that first chain. Chain 1. Now we're on to row 3. What we're going to do is we're going to single crochet in do 2 single crochets in every third chain. So single crochet 1, single crochet 2, single crochet 3, but we're going to do another single crochet in that third space. 1, 2, 3, but do another single crochet in that third chain. 1, 2, 2 single crochets in that third chain. 1, 2, 2 single crochets in that third chain. 1, 2, and then go ahead and slip stitch into that first chain space there, and then chain 1. So you should now have 18 chains. We're going to move on to row 4. In row 4, we're going to do 2 single crochets in every 4th chain. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 2 single crochets in the 4th chain, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 2 single crochets in that 4th chain, 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 2 single crochets in that 4th chain, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and slip stitch. Chain 1. Now we finish row 4, you should have 24 chains. Let's now move on to row 5, and we're going to do 2 single crochets in every 5th chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 single crochets in chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 single crochets in the 5th chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 2 single crochets in that space, and 1 single crochet because that's all I've got left, and then go ahead, slip stitch, chain 1. We've now finished row 5 and you should have 30 chains. Let's move on to row 6. What we're going to do now is we're going to do 2 single crochets in every 6th row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 2 single crochets in the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 single crochets in the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 2 single crochets in the 6th. 1, 2, 3, and go ahead and slip stitch, chain 1. So we've now completed row 6 and we should have 36 chains around the end. Let's start with row 7, and we're now going to do 2 single crochets in every 7th row. So we're still building on our orange. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 single crochets in that 7th space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 single crochets in that space there, and we've literally reached the end. So go ahead, slip stitch, chain 1. Okay, now that we've finished row 7, we should have 42 chains around here. What we're going to do now is we're going to complete row 8 to 14. For row 8 to 14, you're simply going to go ahead and single crochet around all of this. Come back here, slip stitch, chain 1, single crochet around it. We're going to do that 7 times, which is going to take us to row 14, and I will meet you back when I've done that. Now we've completed those 7 rows, our work should be looking something like this. What you want to do is turn your work inside out, because this is the right side, this is the wrong side. And now we're going to start to decrease rows. So go ahead and chain 1. I've chained 1 already. For row 15, we are going to drop a stitch every 6th row. I'll explain what that means. So what that means is chain 1, 1, single crochet 2, single crochet 3, single crochet 4, but 5 and 6 are going to be combined together like that, and we're going to carry that on all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, take 5, take 6, single crochet it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 go together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 go together, and go ahead and slip stitch into the first chain as normal, chain 1. Now for row 16, we're going to combine the 4th and the 5th chain together. So we're going to carry on dropping stitches. So single crochet 1, single crochet 2, single crochet 3, 4 and 5 get stitched together. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 get stitched together. So do that all the way around. Okay, we're nearly at the top now, and your work should be kind of caving in like this. Now we are on row 17. As always, chain 1, and this time we're going to crochet the 3rd and the 4th chains together. So single crochet 1, single crochet 2, 3 and 4 go together. Make sure you're pulling your work quite tight here. 1, 2, 3, 4 go together. 1, 2, 3, 4 go together. 1, and when you reach the end, as always, slip stitch, chain 1. There we go. We're going to really start to close this off now. Now would be a good time to stuff your orange. Now I would recommend not overstuffing at this stage. Like, don't put too much in there, and I'm going to explain to you why. If you overstuff, we still need to close the top, and we're going to have opportunity to add more on the top. Can you see this orange, how the bottom of it, it's very, very nice and seamed together, but look at the top of it. Can you see there's holes, and you can almost see the cotton in there? It's because it was overstuffed, and also therefore it was harder to put the chains together. So now let's move on to the last few stitches. We're going to work the 2nd and the 3rd stitches together. So single crochet 1, 2 and 3 go together, single crochet 1, do 2 and 3 together, and make single crocheting alone. I'm going to go ahead and just wind this up now by stitching 2 chains together at a time until this comes to a close. Now I'm just going to stitch across and just bring that through like that. I'm going to end right there. Snip. There we go. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a squishy. There we go, that's good. I've just hidden the thread away at the top. Let's look at making the leaf now and the stem. I'm going to keep this quite simple and just secure my yarn like this. I'm going to randomly just find a space up top to just pull the green yarn through, and I'm going to go ahead and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am going to literally just single crochet all the way to the end, and I think I'm going to go ahead and just put one leaf in place. So just another single crochet, and I'm just going to do another one like that. And then I'm going to snip that. I'm going to make the leaf. I'm going to go ahead and chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead, skip one chain, slip stitch into chain the next chain, half double crochet into the next chain, double crochet into the next chain, half double crochet into the next chain. Go ahead and single crochet in the next chain, single crochet right at the end, and now we're going to repeat the same on the other side. So that's a single crochet, that's going to be a half double crochet, that's going to be a double crochet, it's going to be a half double crochet, it's going to be a single crochet, and then go ahead and put a single crochet right there at the end, and that's the leaf. So I'm going to attach the leaf. I think I'm going to attach it looking downwards like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and loop it around there, cut that, and then I'm just going to pull it through, secure it, and of course I'm going to hide these green bits. Okay friends, this is what we're looking like. I'm very, very pleased with it. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Please comment, please like, and please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, but it means the absolute world to me. Thanks so much for watching and have a blessed day. Bye.